I don't think there's anything more exciting relevant to the work that we're here to do than the idea that the favor of the Lord is resting on us and he is establishing our work. You know, when we think about establishment, it's definite, isn't it? An establishment, it's something that's not going anywhere in a hurry. It's established. It has a firm, secure foundation. It is solid. It is respectable. It's noteworthy. You know, it has power and authority, whatever power and authority that might be. Plenty of ungodly establishments in this earth, and they have power and authority. Now, the work of our hands is something that comes from the Lord. And the big thing that I really know God is, you know, well, one of the big things that God is impressing through me for you and for my clients right now, and just for my own year ahead as well, is just stop trying to think it needs to be any kind of thing other than the thing I'm already doing inside of you. And I do believe it needs to be a continual, you know, laying down of our own self, and a laying down of self-sufficiency that will naturally keep coming back because it's the lust of the flesh, to be in our own, you know, effort and strength and that kind of a thing. And so it's our flesh is something we lay down daily, every part of it. And so that includes self-will, self-control, self-management, self-sufficiency, all of those things. We lay these things down daily at the foot of the cross. He redeems us and renews us and sanctifies us daily. So it's not necessarily a one-time thing. You know, now I don't think you need to be religious about it and like every single day thinking, oh, I need to make sure I commit the work of my hands to the Lord, and if I didn't say it, then I've got a problem. No, not at all. But as and when he puts that on your spirit, and as and when it comes, you know, to your awareness in the scripture or whatever different thing comes to your awareness, you say these things again. You do it anew. It's like taking communion. You know, we take communion well as often as we take it. The scripture says, as often as you take it, do this in remembrance of me. It doesn't say how often you should take it. So, you know, a lot of people take that to mean, well, essentially when you have the discernment to take it, you take it. But the fact that you took it one time before doesn't mean you're not going to take it again. That's for sure. What's so cool here is that whatever needs to be stripped off, whatever doesn't need to come on this next part of the journey with you, when you have committed the work of your hands to the Lord, it will naturally occur because he's establishing your thoughts. Now, we can take scripture like that and put it together with Proverbs 3:5-6. Submit to the Lord, acknowledge him in all things, he will direct your paths. Or also in Proverbs 16, I believe, where it says there is a way in a man's heart that he thinks is correct, but God corrects and straightens his path. Or Psalm 1:6, the Lord blesses your path as you walk forward. So really, he's establishing our thoughts because we've committed our work to him. He's favoring us because we're his child. That's not dependent on anything we do. We are favored. It's part of our literal status as his daughter. It's not dependent on anything we do. We are favored. It's already there. You already have his favor. It's not conditional and you can't earn it. You've got it already. It's also not given like in part until you, I don't know, earn the gold star next level. You already have the full favor of the Lord. He's going to establish your thoughts because you committed your works to him. He's ordering your steps because that's what he does as you submit and surrender to him and acknowledge him. And then on top of it, he's going to bless your path as you walk forward. And he's going to cause establishment of your work. I mean, I don't even know what you would actually even have to do here. You got to do nothing, basically. None of us have to do anything. Now, we know, and you know, and anyone who's here in this place with me knows that I'm not saying, and I would never say, or have any interest in being a person who just sits around and literally actually does nothing, but we don't do anything because he's already done it all. So what does that mean? It really means we get to simply roll on out of bed each morning into a life of the favor of the Lord, where we are able to be on right assignment, enjoying our work. Enjoying and being purposeful with our work doesn't mean it won't have its ups and downs or worldly hardships, you know, trauma even. Let's just be clear on that as far as life enjoyment. But we have the Lord with us through all of that. But if we talk about work specifically, work was originally designed to be a good thing. It was a good thing. It was something that was pleasurable. It was assignment-based. It was purposeful, you know. And then when Adam, when Eve and then Adam agreed with Satan, Adam gave over his legal jurisdiction of the earth to Satan, and Satan has had legal jurisdiction of the earth ever since then. And God said to Adam, because of you, the earth will now be cursed. And he, paraphrasing, but he said something to the effect of, you'll now have to, sweat and bleed in order to, receive from the land. You have to toil and labor and sweat in order to receive from the land. So work became part of a curse. It became part of the curse of the earth. But prior to that, it was a pleasurable thing that was purposeful, uplifting. It was assignment based.